Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to understand three important doctrines. The first is the Doctrine of Eminent Domain. The Doctrine of Eminent Domain refers to the power of the government to take private property for public use with payment of compensation to the owner. So here, public use includes the construction of roads, dams, national highways, etc. So all this comes under public usage. So this for these purposes, the government can acquire private property and shall pay compensation to the owner of such property which the government have acquired. So Article 300A of the Constitution states that no person shall be deprived of his property save by authority of law. That means if law permits for such acquisition, then it will be valid. So, Doctrine of Eminent Domain states that power of the government for taking private property for public usage. So, the Land Acquisition Act provides the amount of compensation and the notice of acquisition and all the procedure which shall be followed by the government while acquiring a property is mentioned in the Land Acquisition Act, which we will learn in the coming classes. So, this is about the doctrine of eminent domain. And the next doctrine is Doctrine of Escheat. The doctrine of escheat denotes that any property which has no owner shall be vested in the state. The principle is based on the belief that the king is the owner of all properties in his kingdom. So, any property which has no owner shall be vested in the state. That means the state will become the legal owner of that property. The state government will become the legal owner of that property. So, one of the example is that personal property of heirless intestates, which means any person who have died leaving behind a property. For example, say A had died leaving his property without writing any will. So this situation is called as intestate, and he have no heirs. That is, he have no children, wife, or any other relations. He did not dispose of the property. That means he did not write the property in anyone's name, and he have died leaving that property. So when A was alive, the property was in the name of A. But after the death of A, he did not write in the name of any person or make any will, and as he have no legal heirs, the property now will be transferred to the government in that condition. So this type of ownerless property transferring to the state government is called as Doctrine of Escheat. And the next doctrine is Doctrine of Bona Vacantia. Bona Vacantia is a Latin term which means ownerless goods. Under the Doctrine of Bona Vacantia, any property that has no rightful owner, such as unclaimed property or assets left behind by dissolved companies, vests in the state. It's similar to the Doctrine of Escheat, but the difference is that here in the Doctrine of Escheat, only immovable properties are transferred. The Doctrine of Escheat deals with immovable property. But in case of Doctrine of Bona Vacantia, both immovable and movable properties where there is no rightful owner will vest in the state. That is, the state will become the legal owner. So the examples of such property could be unclaimed property or assets left behind by dissolved companies. So any property or movable assets like the furniture or any other assets which are dissolved company, that a company in which the partners died or due to any reasons have closed the company and now it belongs to no one. So all the assets which the company have left will vest in the state. So, in all those conditions where there is no rightful owner, whether it is a movable property or immovable property, the property will be transferred to the state. So, this is called as Bona Vacantia. So, these are the three doctrines which states the power of government in situations where the property will vest in the government. So, that's all for this class. I hope you all have understood it. Thank you.